Well, gang, welcome back to Late Night Conspiracies, everybody. You don't have to like the video, you don't even have to subscribe, just hide the kids and the vibes, cause apparently Uncle JD is coming home for dinner tonight. In fact, he's not coming, he's already here! Yup! Pucker them cheeks up real quick, check this out, he was on Joe Rogan saying this.
You thought that they were demons.
He's laughing.
Okay, I did say that.
What did you mean by that?
Well,
uh-oh.
First of all, there not just in Christianity, but in a number of world religions.
True, that is true.
There are a number of, mystical things that happened, extra-dimensional, I'm not one of these people who's like a hyper-rationalist. I think that there are things happening in the world that we're not always seeing. I believe in God. I think that there is a kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not extra real.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. There are supernatural things that are happening. Okay. So, if you look historically at, things that are similar to the alien phenomenon, where, some strange being, it kind of looks like a human being, but doesn't look like, but it's not human. And it shows a particular interest in human beings.
Yeah.
And then it takes the human beings and, does weird experiments on them.
You said that
that is Uncle JD's belief, right? And a lot of people also do believe that the aliens are actually demons. Some believe that the aliens might be demonic in nature. Others believe that demons and aliens are two different things. And it is true, though, in many religions, that you don't have to obviously believe it, but if you believe it, you believe it. You don't believe it, you don't believe it, right? But it is true, though, in many religions, there's the concept of paranormal life, but there's also the concept of other creatures that God has made. Now, whether you want to believe that to be aliens, because when you say aliens, that means extraterrestrial, not from here, but intelligent as a human being, perhaps even more. Some believe they are thousands of years advanced, others believe that they might be millions of years advanced, and others believe they're not even real, and some believe that they are demons. Maybe one day we'll find out, maybe we'll never find out, but you gotta want to check this out, fellas, and we got a bunch of other stuff that I want to share with you. We also got Uncle Ben making a cameo tonight as well, so gotta wait for that one. But CDC warning, oh, you gotta love these.
Is currently warning the entire country that West Nile is off to the earliest and fastest start since 2004, and its peak season has not even started yet. The CDC just officially confirmed 48 different West Nile cases across 23 different states, and by this point during the year, we should normally only have 10. That's about 5 times the normal number, and it's the earliest and the biggest start that we've seen since 2004. There is still no vaccine for it and no actual treatment, and most people who get it never even feel it. About 1 in 5 get flu-like symptoms, but 38 of these 48 cases are the serious kind that gets into the brain and the spinal cord. They say that Arizona is a hotspot by a mile, and one county there has already close to 30 cases on their own. The mosquitoes that carry it get way more active in the heat, so the CDC is also telling people to cover up.
Yeah, they gotta use the AC though. Don't be like my European brethren, man. Love my European brethren. They're not using the AC to actually support the climate though. Love you guys, but dang it, Canada. Dang it, politicians. Yeah, politicians be dropping peaceful strikes, right? Peaceful. And then you got the peaceful wildfires happening, just undoing all the good work of my European brethren, man. Absolutely sad.
And use repellent right now. 2004 is the last time West Nile started this early, and that year it turned into one of the worst outbreaks the country has ever seen. It ended with over 2,500 cases total, and right now we haven't even reached peak season, which is August and September. It is one thing after another. Guys, we
had the hentai virus, right? Yeah, check this out. So Uncle Joe Rogan also went bozo, check this out.
I think we're all here for a reason. I think we're here to experience something very strange and profound, and there's an event that we're building up to, and I think that's why there's this focus on disclosure. That's why this documentary hit so hard. Guys like Marco Rubio are sticking their neck out, and Tulsi Gabbard and Rep Luna. She came on my podcast too, and she was telling me some stuff that was just like mind blowing, and she really got me to read the Book of Enoch. She's like, you got to read that. Like that is nuts, and that could have easily been attached to the religious canon, But some rabbis disagreed with it because it didn't vibe with the Torah. So like, let's chuck that one out. But it's in the same lump of Dead Sea Scrolls as they have the Book of Isaiah, which is really fascinating because Wes Huff, when he was on my podcast, explained to me that the Book of Isaiah that they found in the Dead Sea Scrolls is verbatim the same as the Book of Isaiah that was 1,000 years more recent.
Whoa!
1,000 years.
Whoa.
So this was the oldest version that they thought was the oldest version. And then they found the Dead Sea Scrolls version, which was 1,000 years older.
Yeah! Why you gotta... Man, I was invested, bro. I just got into it, and then the video just hits me up with a watch again. But you gotta wanna check this one out, fellas. Apparently, Dr. Deanna says that I was taken to a UFO crash with Riverside with Dr. Gary Nolan. So we were blindfolded and quote. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is definitely gonna knock your socks out, though. Check this out.
The people who were members of the program, and they believed in UFOs. They studied UFOs, and they had material, that they showed me. I went to New Mexico with Dr. Gary Nolan. We went together. I invited him to go with me. Jeff Kripal wouldn't go with me, by the way. I invited him to go. We were blindfolded, by the way, because we went to a crash retrieval space, alleged. I recognized that. Yeah. Okay. The belief in UFO is a rising belief, and the reason is because now we have science that tells us a lot of things, maybe things that could, tell us religion doesn't have all the answers. Whoa! But here we have a new form of religion with a new kind of technology, right? So digital technology, and so I started to see the belief in UFOs as a religiosity, a new type of religion.
Oh, good luck with that. And that's something that we have been hearing a lot, right? Like Project Blue Balls, Project Bluebeam, and they're now coming. And that's the thing, though, right? People can have their religious beliefs. I think it's beautiful. Okay, you can have your beliefs, whether you're religious or non-religious. Hey, doesn't matter to me, though, right? At the end of the day, it's up to an individual to believe or not believe, right? You do your homework. If it works with you, it works with you. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? So it's up to an individual to pursue it. Yeah. And depending on how you feel about it, that's how you feel about it, right? I'm not here to talk or change anybody's belief, and that's the key word, right? Change people's beliefs, and this is the direction by the looks of it. This is where it's going. Now, at the end of the day, bro, I always say, at the end of the day, it's the end of the day, okay? No matter which side you flip the sandwich, it's just bread, bro. Bruh. Honest to God, that's the truth, right? As somebody who believes in God, I believe that God has made other beings as well. If he can create life on this planet, I mean, listen, man, the universe is humongous, right? Trillions of galaxies, billions of planets within each galaxy. Mathematically speaking, let's put religion aside. Mathematically speaking, it's just impossible for us to be alone. That's just my take on it and my understanding. But obviously, everybody got their own beliefs. But when you say that you gonna create a new religion, well, good luck with that one. Ain't nobody's gonna be making new religion on that, unless they actually. But that's the thing, man. Project Bluebeam, right? The cat is out of the bag. If you're balls deep into this topic, you heard about it. So if they hit us up with that tomorrow, yeah, like everybody's gonna, even if we get that's the thing, even if we get the real disclosure, people are just gonna call it Project Bluebeam, right? Because every time you see these videos, everybody's like, yo, Project Blue Balls, Project Bluebeam, right? Everybody's trying to warn a brother up, which is good though, we gotta warn our brotherine about it. But this is kind of like where we at, regardless of whether we get a truthful disclosure or a fake one, ain't nobody's gonna believe that. And this is like a moon UFO, right? And at the end of the day though, I just want to know the real truth, right? Whether it goes well with my beliefs or not, I just want to know the dang truth. If these are like demons, tell us these are demons. If they are not demons and if these are aliens, tell us that. Simple as that. Just be honest, just be truthful. But again though, right? No matter which side you flip the sandwich, it's just bread, gang. It's just honest to God truth. Honest to God.
So, it serves the function of explaining, what we're dealing with. And for them, it's a lot more complicated than it appears to be, because the people who do look into UFOs, like Dr. Gary Nolan or the person that we went with that was part of this program, they have various beliefs about life because of what they study.
And that is cool.
Obviously, the cosmos, like, what's out there. Well, obviously now, something that may not be extraterrestrial, but is definitely not human.
So in other words, demons, right? But this is Congressman Eric Burles, and he went apeshit, bro, on the Brazil 1996 UFO crash. And I quote, "We have requested that the FBI," apparently FBI is also involved in it, "exhume the body that came into contact with the alien. I'm in search for the truth, and I'm not going to stop until I get the cold hard facts or the materials in my hands." That's what and that's our representative, gang. That's not like Joe from the streets, though. Love the homie Joe from the streets, absolutely. But we talking about Uncle Burleson here, okay? First of all, or quickly though, a massive shout out to Daylight Moon, the homie Gotham, Peace Crystal, and Whistling Dixie for the super thanks, as well as the homie Mad Max, Bridget, and Solidius Reaper for becoming channel members on the channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel the way you do. Appreciate the blessings, gang. Appreciate the blessings. All right, let's get back to the content here, baby kicks. Let's see what the hell is going on.
Arguably one of the most infamous and controversial UFO cases. It's known as Brazil's Roswell because of all the conspiracies and fascination around it. First of all, have you heard back anything from the CIA and the FBI after sending those letters last week?
Probably nothing.
I've not heard back directly. Whenever I first heard about this incident, James Fox came to the Capitol. He brought some individuals with him from Brazil. I got to meet the physicians that were at the hospital. I got to meet the gentleman that was there whenever the crash first happened. And so I got to meet people, and I couldn't speak their language, but we were able to hear through a translator their firsthand accounts, and that was very interesting and compelling, especially for some people that are risking their careers to come forward. And at that time, there was a press conference, and some agents from the FBI came up to me and said that they would be happy to investigate this event, and requested that I submit a letter. So we did that about a year ago from that press conference, and then now we're following up with not only now that President Trump has issued his statement. I think that there's a renewed energy on this topic. So we sent that letter to not only them, but the CIA.
Yeah, when you talk about...
Just Facebook message it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But if quick little context, right? So Rohingya alien case that happened all the way back in 1996. There was a doctor as well at that time. He's still alive, and he claimed to have operated on one of those aliens that actually came in that UFO crash. Insane story, right? James Fox made a documentary on it. James Fox also had made several guest appearances on podcasts, many different podcasts, and he talked about it. Even the doctor, the guy with first-hand account, he also came on, spoke about it. It's nuts. It is nuts. Now, we're basically at a point with that story. This is where we're at, right? Essentially, we have the whistleblowers accounts for decades and decades. We also got first-hand account. You got a lot of hundreds of witnesses as well, and it's a legend in the UFO space, right? A lot of people believe in it, and I would say the Y-Files also made an amazing video on it. We also covered it a while back when the doctor came out, and that was just not long ago. He came out with first-hand account, claimed to have operated on the alien, and then essentially the story was that UFO crash. They took the alien body because it was not in good condition to the hospital. The military took one of the military guy actually died by touching it because some sort of crazy disease. Yeah, right. And I meant to play the oh shit sound effect. Yeah, no, absolutely. So rest in peace to that brave soul. And then United States of America got involved. They got their schlongs involved, and they took the alien and brought it to somewhere in the East Coast of United States of America. So that's the story. Now, it is obviously up to an individual to believe it or not believe it based on the witnesses, the doctor's testimony, and just the phenomena, right? So that's kind of like where we're at, and it's just insane that you got a representative now actually talking about it. And make no mistake, this is 30 years old. Holy crap, right?
Meeting with the doctors, the Brazilian doctors in this case, one of these doctors says he treated some non-human life form that was injured in the crash. He said it sort of looked like a small child with a teardrop-shaped head.
And what's insane is that the military at that time basically said that it was just a midget wanting to deliver a baby. I shit you not, bro. That's what they said. It was a midget, a midget mother or a midget father or a midget family, a midget couple. I believe they said a midget couple, but they did say a midget. Okay, and you cannot make this up. That's what the military in Brazil at that time said. It was just a midget couple that pulled up to the hospital, and that's what people saw. It was just a midget delivering a baby. I shit you not, bro. It's insane, man.
And that it seemed to be intelligent and grateful for the medical attention.
Yep, grateful. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, it was. That was what his account was. What I found interesting is that he said that the way the alien didn't speak to him, obviously, but he could sense from the alien that it was grateful, but also that the alien was, in essence, placating us. That it thought it was almost cute that we were trying to provide health care for it, and so.
Dang, free healthcare, come on in, without paying taxes, oh, amazing.
But also that the alien was, in essence, placating us, that it thought it was almost cute that we were trying to provide healthcare for it. And so that was something that I took away from his testimony that I thought was interesting.
How believable did you find these witnesses?
Uh-oh.
You know, they've got a lot to risk. I mean, when you have someone who's a surgeon, who's a medical professional, who could lose his license, he could lose his ability to practice, he could be fired from the hospital that he's working at.
That's the doctor, by the way, you're looking at. So he's the surgeon. Apparently he has done thousands of surgeries, and whether we're at a point where you either believe him or you don't. Simple as that.
That's really compelling. We also heard from someone who was who does testing, who was testing the blood samples of one of the individuals, the military personnel, that they said that he expired because of a interaction with either the craft or the alien, and so that individual had tested and found that there was a type of bacteria or a type of microorganism that was unknown, that they could not identify, that was related to that individual's death.
This is one of the soldiers who arrived at the scene, a Brazilian soldier who arrived at the scene of the crash. There were several, but one of them who actually went up and touched the craft or touched these beings later died. We don't know, or did he tell you we just don't know what that bacteria is?
That's right. They couldn't identify the bacteria. So that's one of the things that we've requested, is that the FBI, request that they exhume the body if possible. We have contacts with the Brazilian authorities, and that's something that we're exploring. Also to see if that material that was tested, if that's been retained in any way.
You have described yourself as dubious when it comes to UFO conspiracy theories. You are not one of these people running around saying, there are aliens here and we need to investigate more because I believe in it. I mean, you have been very, very careful about withholding any judgment.
That's good.
How believable, I mean, it sounds like you found these witnesses to be somewhat credible.
Yeah, and in general in this topic, I find that people believe what they experienced. I just am not someone that's going to believe it until I experience it myself. And so I don't think that people are purposefully trying to come forward and lie. I think that their motives are pretty honest. But at the end of the day, I'm in search of the truth, and I'm not going to stop until I get the cold hard facts or the materials in my hands. And I think that that's what the American people want. Look, we've heard a lot of narratives, a lot of stories, and they make for great stories, but that's about where it ends. And I think that I think that the public wants and deserves someone that's going to pursue the real hard facts and the truth.
The witnesses.
Yeah, Eric Burleson being a homie right now.
That you spoke to have long alleged that the United States government arrived on the scene of this crash of this non-human spacecraft and took the remains or this living being with them. If that happened,
I mean, America always does that, bro. Come on, guys. Let Brazil have some of the alien baddies as well. Let other world have some aliens in possession, man. Come on, man. But America is like, Big Daddy America is like, give me the dang aliens. Aliens are our property right now.
The CIA would have to know about this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
One would think, and so that's one of the things that we're requesting is the flight logs to identify any U.S. military or any government planes that might have flown into that region during that window of time. We're requesting any kind of any records whatsoever that might point to any validity or validating of this story.
Because so far you don't have anything to validate.
Yeah, I remember was it James Fox that said it? Okay, I could be wrong, but I remember hearing this say it was a C-130 that landed or something. I mean, a military plane, obviously, right? That's what this said, and took the alien twat to east coast of the United States.
What these witnesses are telling you.
So far, we've not heard back from the FBI or the CIA, but I do think that I do know that they are looking into this and they're doing their own investigation.
They already know, but they're just gonna pretend to look into it. We're just looking into it, guys. Yeah, they're gonna keep on looking into it, even though they don't have to. They already got the answers.
All right, Congressman Eric Burleson. I sure hope you hear back from the CIA.
Yeah, we as well. But that is Representative Eric Burleson, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're gonna have to go get down or go down to. Okay, big pause on that one. But now we gotta actually get the homie Uncle Ben, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Ben, not from Spider-Man, but from Casper's side. Check this. Whoa, that's loud.
What?
Yeah, Uncle Ben perplexed already. That's quick. Yeah, that one. Man.
That's proper. So you see it glinting?
It kind of feels like an umbrella flying around, right? Upside down. It's not, but it just feels that way.
Coming off of it. I don't think that's a balloon. And that's how they like wibble wobble around and stuff.
Yeah, wibble wobbling. Bloody hell, mate. That's a twat ship object as well.
I've got a funny feeling that could be a good capture there, mate.
Yep, good capture there, mate. So yeah, that is Uncle Ben out here being perplexed as always. Love the homie Ben though, or Uncle Ben rather. Uncle Ben, not homie. Uncle Ben though, respect. It's the, we gotta respect though. We gotta respect the elderly. Shout out to Seconds of Horror. Check this out. So this is a crazy one.
Mouse and one old mouse together so that they shared the same blood supply. Scientists stitched one young mouse and one old mouse together so that they shared the same blood supply. The old mouse started to age slower, but the young mouse started to age faster. I know, it sounds totally fake, but it's a real experiment called parabiosis. And
Old mice could live longer by sharing young blood. Study finds. Whoa. I mean, with the EP Island stuff, with the EP files and the stuff that they were doing. Yeah, I mean, one would believe that, I guess, right? After everything. After surgically attaching pairs of mice, scientists suggest the procedure could rejuvenate the older individuals, slowing their aging. Didn't that guy that, I'm forgetting his name, but you know the guy that actually took the plasma of his son, right? The guy who claims he will never die, don't die, right? I mean, I love the the positive attitude that he has in terms of eating good food. Okay, that's actually something that I really admire about the guy. But let's be real, bro. One day the Undertaker comes for all of us, bro. The Undertaker will eventually come for all of us, though. So, but you know the guy that I'm talking about, right?
Totally fake, but it's a real experiment called parabiosis, and it's been running since 2005. Give an old body a steady supply of young blood, and its muscle, its heart, and its liver are all measurably bouncing back. That one result set off a young blood gold rush. And I'm talking about clinics, biohackers, and billionaires all paying for teenage plasma. But not...
Yeah, whoa! Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson. Yeah, that's who I was talking about, yeah. Apparently he got an illness, though, he actually came out about, but...
Not too long after, the scientists who started it kept digging for teenage plasma. But not too long after, the scientists who started it kept digging, and what she found ruins the entire fantasy. Here's the twist that the headlines seem to skip. The healing seems to come from cleaning out the aging signals found in the old blood more than anything else that can be magically found in the young blood. And the young mouse in that experiment got worse, aging faster, carrying the weight for both of them. You can't just move your aging onto someone else that's younger and have no consequences. You can only make two people older at the same time, but one just might start aging a little bit slower than they were.
I saw this video off Barry Stepp's channel, and I feel like this study with mice, is nothing more than them shoving it in our face, basically mocking us, because the so-called powers that be, they have been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
What in the world is inside of Eddie's so-called ice cream? And why do I say that? Because a woman took a container of the so-called Eddie's ice cream and left it out so it can defrost like many of us do. She forgot it out overnight, and when she came back to take a look at it the next day, she was in for a surprise as to what was actually inside
of
the ice cream. Have a look at this video for yourself.
It's one of those videos.
I took this out of the freezer the night before, so it's been out for about 36 hours. And look at this. Absolutely disgusting. This is not real ice cream.
Could it be expired? Yeah, brother, he's shocked, though. Yeah, I mean, understandably. But we gotta confirm this, right? Is it like, what's the best before? Is it like an expired product, or is it not expired? Now, if it's expired, then I guess makes sense. But if it's not expired and it still is like that, whoa, that's crazy.
And my son-in-law will never eat ice cream again.
And I don't actually blame your son-in-law. Take a look at that inside of the ice cream. That is actually oil inside of the ice cream, or so-called ice cream. And you're actually seeing this because companies like Eddie's have changed their formula altogether. They're now adding vegetable oils, coconut oils, and corn syrup to their so-called ice creams. And other ingredients that are going into this to save them cost: whey, gums, and stabilizers. So basically, it's like a science project in a container.
Right, they just want to cut costs, cut corner, and essentially they thrive off of this, right? So essentially put, they want to cut cost just so you can get sick in the long run. And if you get sick in the long run, what are you going to do, right? You're going to get to the big pharma. The big pharma is going to make money because obviously their entire motto is only treatments, no cure. Because if they give you the cure, that's a customer loss. So there's never a cure. Always treatments, multiple treatments, dozens of treatments, subscription, get you coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, money, 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 right? That's where we at. I mean, it's insane, right? So the food supply, the water supply, the air, I mean, right now, especially with the wildfires, absolutely. But I'm not sure if you guys saw the video that I uploaded just earlier today. We got the studies coming out about the atrazine, right? The water is turning the frogs gay. Apparently the studies came out, not gonna spoil the entire video, but apparently it didn't just turn the frogs gay, it actually converted male frogs into female frogs capable of laying eggs. Real shit. And we now know what it's doing to men, human males, Homo sapiens, you and I. Okay, I made the video on that. It's up on the channel. Uploaded that earlier. Definitely check it out after this one. But yeah, no, crazy times to be alive, gang. But shout out to Mystery Man. We apparently got a blob squatch, a big squatch, or a Bigfoot. Check this.
User eHoss on production shared this Bigfoot photo, but with a twist. The image had been animated using AI. The creator took a well-known Bigfoot sighting photo and used artificial intelligence to bring it to life, showing what the original witness might have seen in motion.
I mean, it does look like a... damn, that's a hairy fella, though.
The results looked almost real. For some viewers, it made the image feel more believable, almost like experiencing the moment through the eyes of the person who captured it.
I don't know about that one. Man, AI, ChatGPT, I would say, I know some. You can disagree, by the way, and some would disagree, and that's perfectly fine. I think AI, till ChatGPT was perfectly fine. You know what I mean? It's kind of like aiding you, maybe also giving you the brain rot in the process. Okay, whatever, right? But AI for the videos, man, it definitely ruined a lot of this, right? It ruined a lot of this. Maybe that was the purpose behind. And with the robots are next, right? Coming to take our jobs. Yeah, right. It started off as though we're gonna help humanity. It's just gonna aid us, right? It's gonna help delete all the mundane tasks, all the boring tasks, right? That's what they promised us. That's what they said. This is why they were making this, right? That, yeah, man, every day you gotta wake up, do the same bull squash, same boring tasks. Well, AI is gonna come in to save the day, and it's gonna delete all that. So, therefore, you're only gonna be left with interesting stuff. Interesting crap. You're only gonna be doing things that actually matter. Well, now they're actually taking our jobs. So yeah, we're left with the interesting stuff, right? The so-called interesting stuff.
TikTok group called La Patrona El Patron Marquez shared a chilling story from deep in the woods of Oklahoma. One night they returned to collect their trail cameras. As they made their way through the forest, they noticed something unsettling: scattered animal bones laying nearby. They continued walking, and that's when they claimed to spot a large, dark creature in the distance. They believed whatever it was could have been responsible for the bones. Eventually, they reached their trail camera, and when they reviewed the footage, they were shocked. After a deer calmly walked past the lens, a massive upright figure stepped into view. Broad shoulders, long arms, slow, heavy steps.
No, you cannot be. Last time I heard Bigfoot only eat berries, fruits, and just shits in the woods, bro. Like, that's what he does. And he don't eat humans, though, but that's crazy if he does.
Then, the clip ends. No follow-up, no explanation. Oklahoma is well known for numerous Bigfoot reports over the years. So could this have been the real deal?
Man, okay, if legit, that's
now,
a clear
if you're
one.
enjoying my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps me creating new stories every week.
Okay. Yeah, love the homie mystery man, though. Absolutely. Legend.
On November 22nd, 2025, a police dash cam reportedly captured something unusual on a dark forest road.
4 copy, unit 32 out of service at 4-6.
Hi!
A huge, hairy
he caked up, though.
figure walking slowly across the pavement. The creature didn't appear startled by the headlights. It didn't run. It didn't react. What makes this clip even more intriguing is that this isn't the first report involving law enforcement. Over the years, multiple deputies in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California have claimed to see tall, hairy figures during night patrols near national forests.
That is 100% true, right? Like, I've heard stories about, like, officers have come across these beings and seen them, and we've had their testimonies and all that. But is this video legit? It doesn't feel legit, though. I don't know about you guys. Yes, he's caked up. Pause again. Yes, we can see that. Broad shoulders, thick glutes, we can see that. Seems like that he got beat up by his wife as well. That's why he don't care. Like, man is depressed. Depressed as hell, walking around. You know, the town. I mean, for them it's a town, right? Yeah, but it doesn't feel legit.
Over the years, multiple deputies in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California have claimed to see tall, hairy figures during night patrols near national forests. Descriptions are often similar. Large, upright, covered in dark hair.
Right.
So was this authentic footage of something unknown?
Yeah, hairy big twats.
In January 2025, the YouTube channel Sasquatch Theory shared footage of a man checking game trails behind his rural home. He expected to find deer tracks in the snow, but instead, he discovered huge human-shaped footprints around 16 inches long and spaced more than 40 inches apart. The stride was far too wide for a normal person.
So those are the footprints. There is...
That same winter night, he saw two glowing eyes at the edge of his property. The figure stood there, silent, watching him and his dogs. After several minutes, it vanished into the trees. Since then, he says he still hears wood knocks echoing from the forest. Is he telling the truth?
Is he telling the truth? We will never know.
Strange four lights in the sky. What I love about this sighting is that other people on the other side of Sao Paulo also caught this sighting and they grabbed video. So we actually got 2 angles.
More angles the better. That's good. Yeah, we got a bunch of twat ship objects
What do you
there,
guys
mate.
think that is?
Yeah. I mean, don't say Chinese lanterns chilling in Brazil, but twat
Over in
ship,
Mexico,
absolutely.
the same day, witnesses out on a boat saw these strange lights over the water.
Whoa!
You'll see that not only do they record this weird object, but they pan around so that you can see that they're in the middle of nowhere. There should be nothing out there. And this is a very strange... Is that like one craft with all those lights, or a bunch of little orbs? I personally think it's one craft. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it looks like one object. But I wonder, like, what are they? Why do they always pull up to locations where there's nothing to do? Yeah, they're chilling with their parking brakes on in the middle of nowhere, like. Tranquilo, tranquilo, papi. Put the camera sky high, papi.
La pura luna es la que nos ilumina. Hay para la gente que le tiene miedo al mar de noche.
Lonely.
Nada se ve, chavalos. Más que la última claridad ya y la hermosura del motor.
Lonely ass night, gang. Lonely ass night.
Bárbaro, gente.
Chilling. Tranquilo. But papi, put the camera up, man.
Hombre lo hace sentirse.
Absolutely fascinating. Though, to be completely honest, if I was in the middle of the water on a boat, I would be scared as hell. Over in Rhode Island, March 26, 2026, witnesses captured this strange craft.
Ooh.
They're not sure if this is some interstellar visitor or some top secret military grade aircraft that we're not supposed to know about. But check it out and let me know your thoughts.
It won't even. Oh my god.
Holy shit, hold on.
Is that an alien ship?
Yeah. Mom! Get the camera, Mom!
You see, I'm parking like I don't care right here. Bro!
Nah, it's turning around.
Bro!
Over in California, March 29th.
That's it! Bro, I was getting in there, man. I got invested and the video ends, bro. What the hell?
2026, witnesses captured these strange lights behaving erratically in the sky. The witnesses thought at first that they could be drones or something, but they heard no sound and said that they stood longer than what they think drones would last in the sky. Personally, I've never seen anything quite like this. What do you guys think could be
they're rotating quite bizarrely
happening here? Next is an unearthed clip from Idaho, January 22nd, 2024, where witnesses saw this triangular craft hovering and spinning, almost as if it was about to take off. Then suddenly, their phone died. What do you guys make of this?
Yeah, they might be camera shy. Them aliens might be camera shy. Yeah, put the dogs on a leash. Yeah. Oi! Oi! Knock it up, you little prick! Yeah, doing them spinneroonies. The dogs don't like her. Dang. Yeah, the classic TR3B. Let's actually get to this one, okay? So, and I want to show you guys like this as well. We got a bunch of other stuff, but first of all, yeah, or secondly, check this. Terminator 2 was warning us.
Second, are you guys aware that in Terminator 2, Sarah Connor, the famous protagonist, she did something so shocking, and what happened to her is so wild when you look at what's happening today. Now, we all know Terminator is about AI and cyborgs and humanity and them trying to control us and everything and them going back in time to try to stop it. We know that. And we know Sarah Connor is watching humanity build data centers for AI right now, wondering what the Sam Dam is going on. But did you know that she tried to dismantle data centers in the movie and then was thrown into a state hospital for the criminally insane? And they classified her, doctors classified her warnings about Judgment Day and cyborgs as paranoid schizophrenia. She went in to attempting to destroy corporate and military data centers. Most notably in Terminator 2, she raids the offices and prototypes of Cyberdyne systems to prevent the creation of Skynet. You do know that China's whole situation over there with the facial recognition and everything is literally called Skynet, right? So how did this movie kind of like predict? It didn't predict. See, this is the thing people say predict.
That's the predictive programming that we always hear about.
Is it predicting or is it conditioning? I don't know. But let me know if you remember the data center part of this thing, because if I remember correctly, back then there was no data centers, at least not public.
so many conspiracies are just coming true, and movies are becoming reality right now. What the hell? And especially the flock cameras that everybody's now talking about is crazy too. And listen, okay, this gotta be for like a movie or something, right? Or maybe it's just UK is just the testing ground. Yeah, check this out. So everybody's talking about the zombies. It's more like dudes or gals doing the Nesquik stuff, which you should not be doing. Stay away from the Nesquik. Code word is Nesquik. Obviously, I cannot say the actual words on YouTube.
Found another one. He's found another zombie. Footage of zombie. He's literally just gone out just now. He sent me this video just now. He's like going into a park here. This is, my source has found more footage in the south of England of zombies.
Mate, what's that? Damn,
now, people have been commenting since my last video saying, oh, it's not real, like, oh, it's fake, acting a crap. I'm telling you, this is happening in the south of England. This cover.
Anybody from the UK watching, can you confirm this? Because we're seeing a lot of videos of people walking strangely in UK right now. It's crazy. It looks like the UK is the spawn point right now. But thank God, okay, these are not World War Z style zombies. These are like lame ass Walking Dead style zombies. Which is, I mean, honestly, if that was to happen, we don't need any, but okay, like, you got World War zombies and you got lame-ass Walking Dead zombies. I'll take the lame-ass ones.
Farmer has resigned today, and this is why. Because he knows that these things are getting loose. From whatever they're doing, from wherever they're testing on them, or whatever, they're getting into the local public. They come out at dusk in the evening times across the country, and they wander around. Now, people are mistaking them for like drunk people or like just like vagrants, or you know. But I'm telling you that this is real footage of a zombie. Okay, it's almost like a public warning. Like if you actually see the video before this one, there's a public announcement from a secret organisation that it gives you information about this virus outbreak in the UK. Now, I want to know what you think of it. Comments.
We're seeing a lot of these videos, right? Is anybody from the UK confirm this really quickly in the comment section?
There's all of the information below. If you have them in your area, then comment below. Let us know what you think, because this is happening more and more, and we are getting sent more and more footage of this stuff.
Yeah, give them Scooby snacks. But check this one out, hidden in plain sight. And also a massive shout out to the homie Brian, Evda or Aries82 and Gandhi for becoming channel members on the channel, as well as the homie Dallas for the $10 super thanks. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel, for supporting the channel the way you do. Appreciate the blessings, gang. Appreciate the blessings. Let's get back to the content here, baby cakes. We got a bunch of stuff that I want to share with you. Okay, so we'll actually get back to this one. Let's actually talk about this one. So Uncle Ross, apparently, he went apeshit, bro. Check this out. And everybody's talking about it, and this clip is going viral.
Are intriguing. And I'm hoping we might be able to show some images here of these documents, because what you see are photographs in the document. It's allegedly a leaked document from the Palo Alto Corret Laboratory in California. And Corret was short for Commercial Applications Research for Extraterrestrial Technology.
Whoa.
And the materials include technical reports, diagrams of alleged extraterrestrial artifacts.
And we got better images we got better images, and we'll get to it.
Technology and pages of an alien symbolic language or script. And in around about 2007, a guy calling himself Isaac created a website on Fortune City, isaaccorret.fortunecity.com, and it's actually archived on the Wayback Machine. You'll find it if you just put Corret into the Wayback Machine. And he posted a personal account, scanned and redacted documents and high-quality images, and he claimed to be a former employee who worked at PACL in the mid-1980s as part of a team reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology recovered from a crash site.
Nowhere.
And the goal was to adapt alien tech for commercial human applications, anti-gravity devices, or advanced propulsion for civilian use. And the PACL Q486, Q4 86 report is what was tendered. It's a 1986 primer on findings from these ET artifacts. and it described extraction processes, component analysis, and integration effects. And there's also pages from a linguistic analysis primer featuring complex diagrams and an elaborate symbolic alien language, self-executing or functional. I can't dismiss this case for reasons I cannot disclose. It's an ongoing investigation for me. I've got a hunch about who PACL correct were and people involved, and it's an ongoing investigation. There are reasons to be skeptical about the case, and there's been a whole debunk that's been published.
A lot of reasons. Yeah.
It does beg questions to me. Why would somebody create such an elaborate document? It's a bit like the MJ12 documents. Why would somebody create such an elaborate document if it's all just a silly hoax? And a lot of people have suggested that it was a publicity effort by an animation company, a CGI company, to generate business. But if it was, they never said who they were or generated any benefits for themselves by publicizing their role in doing this. Basically, nothing has been heard from Isaac since he posted these documents in 2007, and the website is now defunct. I have a pretty good idea what PACL correct were and who was behind it, and it's an ongoing investigation.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are the images, and a lot of people are calling it bull squash. People call it I mean, understandably, I mean, yeah, of course, right? Like, duh. And this is supposedly like the alien language here. Now, if you remember the News Nation coverage of the Eyes Wide Open guy, but Jake Barber, right? Jake Barber, the guy that actually captured that egg-shaped UFO, right? On the egg-shaped UFO, there were symbols, and apparently it has been alleged that's the alien language. That's the alien language. And over the years, we have seen some UFOs with like crazy-ass symbols too. So it's, I mean, it's being said that that's the language, because let's be real, they're probably not going to be able to speak English, okay? Or maybe they're like super advanced to the point where they can actually stay with us for a little bit and learn our language just like that. And then you also, obviously, we hear about telepathic communication as well. But yeah, that's what he released, and some people are saying that this is a hoax and was debunked a long time ago, lol. So there's that. So why is Ross putting emphasis on it? I am sure he wouldn't risk putting something out that is easily debunked. So you got people left asking for more. Depraved as hell. Yeah, we're literally being depleted right now. Pause. We're depraved as hell with the information. Others are asking for more. Yeah. Now let's actually get back to this here. So hidden in plain sight. This is actually pretty crazy.
Microscope. This should be interesting. I'm going to try and move my fat head out of the way. Let's have a little peek.
I want to know your take, obviously.
What's going on here? I'm sure there's going to be plenty of bacteria. Think how many hands this has been exchanged between.
$1.
Okay. Nothing too stressful yet, right?
Why would
that was a UFO.
there be a planet?
Ain't no way that was a UFO on that $1 bill. Can somebody confirm?
I mean, a planet.
Now there's me expecting bacteria.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's bacteria, right?
Wow.
Can a brother get that? 50?
Why?
Why is this like a phone camera recording? Like, I want a like actual one, but
what?
As I keep saying, hidden in plain sight, but $1 under.
Yeah, I don't know how true is that. Like, anybody got that dollar bill? I mean, if you're in America, you probably do, right? So let us know.
Treaty with aliens, underground bases, a war for the future of humanity. 2 whistleblowers dead for trying to expose the truth. The Greada Treaty is one of the most elaborate conspiracy theories of the last century. But is it true? The official story of Eisenhower's disappearance on February 20th, 1954 is still a dental visit. The White House released the dentist's name, Dr. Francis A. Purcell.
Short little context on the Greada Treaty. We did a full video on it. Short little context is that apparently President Eisenhower all decades and decades ago, met with them alien twats, the Nordic aliens, the tall whites, and the gray aliens. The gray aliens apparently said that they will give us technology. But in return, they wouldn't have to abduct some humans to run some experiments, and in return, they will also provide everybody that they would abduct their names to the United States military. That's a story, not my opinion, right? And President Eisenhower also met with like the Nordics, the tall white aliens, and those aliens were like, "Yo, give us your nukes, and in return, we'll like heal the planet. We'll give you like the good tech and all that. Poverty will be, they will end poverty. They will just give us like the good tech." Right? But the gray alien said that, yo, you can keep the nukes. We don't want none of that. We'll in fact give you the tech, but in return, let us abduct your people. And the story is that's what America went with, because obviously, like, you do not know their motives, right? Because could you imagine, like, you give up the nukes and then they nuke us, right? Yeah, I guess that was the thought process of why, like, President Eisenhower didn't want it to. I don't know. I was not there, so how would I know? But that's like the story. But the story does have a lot of holes. I guess that's why I do like the Y-Files, because you get the initial conspiracy, but you also gotta look at it from a different angle too.
Records show he was a real dentist in Palm Springs, but the story has problems. The Eisenhower Library has extensive records of the president's health, every appointment, every procedure, but there's no record of any dental work in February 1954. None. The primary sources for the Greada Treaty are whistleblowers, William Cooper and Phil Schneider. Cooper was former naval intelligence with access to classified files. He made some bold public predictions. On June 28, 2001, on his radio show, Cooper said there would be a major terrorist attack on U.S. soil.
Whoa.
He said this would be a false flag operation and Osama bin Laden would be blamed. Now, at this time, very few people ever heard the name Osama bin Laden. But 6 weeks later, on September 11th, the United States was attacked.
Right.
After the attacks, Cooper said on the air that he expected to be killed. Not arrested, killed. A few weeks later, he was killed in a shootout with police. They were trying to serve him with a warrant for tax evasion. Phil Schneider showed photos and material samples he claimed were alien alloys.
We have different artifacts explaining some of them are alien metals that have been produced. Here's a crystalline example. It's in the scalenohedral crystalline form. We got this from the large grays technology.
Yeah, the large
He also
grays.
believed his life was in danger. In 1995, during a lecture, he said, "If I ever commit suicide, I didn't. I was murdered." A few months later, Schneider was found dead in his apartment, strangled with a surgical tube. Official.
And he also talked about the Dulce base as well, the underground base where the aliens, the gray aliens, are running tests, all right? And he also talked about the hybrid crap too. The hybrid stuff, which is something that even the U.S. Congress, some of the representatives in the Congress have also been talking about, which is insane. Insane timeline.
Cause of death, suicide. Now, despite these very strange deaths, there's no physical proof of the Greada Treaty. But the story doesn't come from nowhere. The 1950s saw a massive worldwide wave of UFO sightings. Many were witnessed by credible military personnel. And after World War II, technology advanced quickly, maybe too quickly.
Right, the compounding
Computers,
effect after
particle
was insane.
physics, wireless communication, integrated circuits, fiber optics, stealth technology, anti-gravity research. I have an episode coming.
Yeah, right, like the stealth technology, the skin of the stealth jets, it has been claimed, right? The skin of the stealth jets, even the neon lights that we have now, plus like the chips, not the chips that you eat, but the chips in our smartphones, computers and all that, that is also like alien tech. You know, that is like one of the other claims. How true is that? I guess we'll never know. Or maybe one day we will.
About the acceleration in technology that began in 1947, the year of the Roswell crash. The discoveries were coming fast and they were a little too convenient.
Yeah, we did advance like
Gerald
insanely
White
fast.
really wrote a letter in 1954 claiming he witnessed the alien meeting. He described seeing multiple alien craft and different species. He named other witnesses, Cardinal McIntyre, Franklin Allen, Dr. Edwin Nurse. Now, Dr. Nurse is interesting. He was an advisor to President Truman at the time.
Dr.
But before
Nurse.
that, he was a key figure from the Brookings Institution. Just a few years after the Greada meeting, the Brookings Institution released the Brookings Report. The report covers a broad range of topics related to space exploration and its potential effects on society. But one section, only a few paragraphs long, has become infamous. The report says that discovering intelligent extraterrestrial life could cause major social upheaval. Now, you might have heard this is a classified report that claims aliens exist and instructed NASA to suppress this information. None of that is true. But the report did raise a question that if aliens were discovered, the implications of disclosure should be considered carefully.
Yeah, and we know how careful they have been. We done the full episode on that one a while back. If you are interested, definitely check it out on the channel by searching Greada Treaty. But this is also insane, right? This is one of those claims that I mean, I hear it and I'm like, what? What? But yeah, we're talking about Uncle Bobby here. Bob Lazar. Uncle Bob is coming home for dinner tonight, so hide them kids and the wives and also put them puppers on a leash right now, even though they don't want to, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta put them puppers on a leash because Uncle Joey or Uncle Bobby was on Uncle Joey Rogan podcast. Check this
What if we're just consumables? He said, yeah, there are these giant antennas, and when you die, your soul goes up, and I think he said the Greys, you know, this alien race set up this soul catcher, and that's what this whole thing is about. And as you die, it sucks your soul in and they use it in some way. And it's not where your soul is supposed to go. They just like set some sort of intercept.
Did he say where your soul was supposed to go?
No, he was just more really into the soul catcher.
Well, that was one of the weird things about some of the documents that you had at least been alerted to when you were on the base, and one of them being that humans are containers.
Yeah. And
which the likely conclusion is containers of souls. If a soul is a real thing, whatever that.
That's what you would think,
right? I mean, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's just.
I would prefer to believe that that's not true.
Yeah.
But maybe it is. I don't know. Okay, what if we're just.
Yeah, it was context. That's something that he read in the briefing when he was at S4 Area 51. Yeah, no, that's an insane claim, right? Especially with you also hear the soul box thing on the dark side of the moon, the dark side, the far side, or the moon ass in simpler words, right? That's like the hot spot. That's like the airport for these alien twats and all that, right? So yeah, insane claims. That's one of those claims that I have a hard time believing, though, personally. I want to know your take on it for sure. You've probably never noticed these foods
home. Lucky Charms, Skittles, Chips Ahoy, Hidden Valley Ranch, Sweet Baby Ray's, Oreos, Cheez-Its, Doritos, Rice Krispie Treats, Nature Valley Bars. All the products I just showed you had one thing in common. They all signal bioengineered. And the scary part is they just started being transparent about these things in 2020.
Yeah, I actually covered that in a dedicated video about like the food supply and the stuff that is being found in the food supply. I mean, at least they're putting on, the labels of bioengineered, right? And you want to stay away from it. Basically, everything is bioengineered right now, bro.
And in doing so, it's not like they changed the ingredients or anything. So I scanned the Doritos with the Reveal It app. It flagged ingredients with high sodium content, MSG, and GMO. Unbelievable. They simply pull back the curtain on how these things are being made. Do not bring these foods home. Lucky
Yeah, basically everything. What can we eat now, bro? That's insane. The atrazine found in the water. Right, the fluoride is turning the water is turning the frog gay. There was truths to that. We covered that just not long ago, right? Insane. And the bioengineered stuff, the high amount of heavy metals found in a lot of these foods is just nuts, man. It is nuts. Let's actually cover this one. Yeah, apparently Uncle Elon also went apeshit.
He's got a prediction is there will be a time where there are 10 billion humanoid robots, where there are more humanoid robots in the world than humans.
For a fact, most of the conversation is around humanoids. Nobody's talking.
10 billion. We're like, what, 8 billion right now? So if they want to have 10 billion, let's just say it happens in the next 10, 20 years from now. We're also like 10 billion or some shit like that. I don't think we would be 10 billion in 20 years, but hypothetically, let's just round them numbers up. Good. So 10 billion of us versus 10 billions of them. Yo. Already, bro, the rent is so high. Like, where are we gonna keep them, man? Where are we going? They're just gonna walk around, bro.
Think about self-driving cars. And a self-driving car is a robot. It's a functional robot
that
doesn't look like humans. The investment you have to put into humanoids is a little more to learn skills that allows that machine to fit into the world. But specialized robots are going to do the job very, very quickly. And so you can easily see that the first wave, like you had the conversation with Uber CEO, is going to be specialized robots replacing drivers. It's going to be specialized robots, unfortunately, doing the killing. It's going to be specialized robots, unfortunately, doing all of the intelligence work, law enforcement work. They don't have to look like a human. They don't have to behave like a human. As a matter of fact, you know, the Boston Dynamics dog is probably more efficient than a humanoid at doing the job that you can assign to it in a battlefield. Those basically mean that jobs will...
I'm sorry, I gotta put a doubt on that one. I'm Team Human, motherfuckers. Team Human for the win, bro. But yeah, no, insane. And this is one of those topics that we covered prior to, right? Yo, the day law enforcement actually is replaced by AI, like the cops, you know, are no longer cops, but the AI cops, right? Yo, could you imagine, like, the false positives? What if that motherfucker actually shoots you? You feel what I'm saying? Just for doing nothing, or... yeah, false positives or whatever. You never know, right? Things like that can happen. I mean, even with real cops, like, you know, shit sometimes goes south. What about like AI actually getting it wrong? Because AI does get stuff wrong. I mean, us humans, we get stuff wrong all the time. So, and we're seeing AI make stupid little mistakes as well. Which right now a lot of people think it's funny, haha, whatever. Yeah, oh my god, AI is not able to make fingers correctly or design fingers correctly in an image. But man, real quick though, I feel like that it already has gotten better. Initially, it started off with that Will Smith eating spaghetti. You remember those videos? And it was kind of cute. It was kind of funny. But then we saw a year later, the version got better and better. Then we had the Sora thing, right? I believe Sora is getting shut down or some shit. But now we on ChatGPT 5.6. Now ChatGPT on its own, it's one thing. But ChatGPT in a real AI robot form, that's going to be completely another, fellas. And Elon Musk also did say this. That the next 5 years will change humanity forever.
Years, we'll have probably, so 5 years being, say, 2031, I think digital intelligence will exceed the sum of all human intelligence. That there will be, in 5 years, probably, there might be let's say at least 100 million humanoid robots, but maybe a billion. I will predict that the economy is probably twice its current size in 5, maybe 6 years.
Whoa!
5 to 7 years. Because you're going to hit a doubling period, you know, where the economic output is increasing so fast that
yeah, can a brother double its money for sure? I mean, I like me that, but can a brother not get 100 million to 1 billion robots running around?
You know, plus minus a few years, we'll see giant changes in 5 years.
Yeah, I guess that's a given though. But yeah, let's actually get to this one here. Yeah, AI is coming for all of us. What are we gonna do about it? We're gonna talk about it, gang. Okay, shout out to Mystery Man.
Hiking along a foggy trail, this person suddenly stopped in their tracks. Through the mist, a tall, dark shape stood just off the path. Its body looked upright and broad, and the arms seemed longer than what you'd expect from any person out on the trail. But it was something that made him stop immediately.
No, that was anti-Shanice, but what the hell?
Pressed into the ground was a trail of large humanoid footprints, each measuring roughly 15 to 20 inches long. The tracks came from a brush-covered hillside, crossed the trail directly in front of him, and disappeared into thick forest on the opposite side. At the time, he didn't believe in Bigfoot and tried to explain it away. He took a few photos and continued on, assuming there had to be a logical explanation. That night changed his perspective. After setting up camp at dusk, he eventually fell asleep. Sometime later, he woke suddenly to disturbing sounds coming from the surrounding forest. He described hearing high-pitched screams, gurgling noises, and strange moans echoing through the trees. Sounds, he said, did not resemble any animal he had ever encountered. Whatever was making the noise seemed close. Although he was armed, the combination of isolation, darkness, rain, and the unfamiliar sounds unsettled him enough that he decided to leave immediately. He lit his lantern, broke down his campsite, and hiked back to his vehicle in the dark. To this day, he says the experience still doesn't make sense.
So he got
In
slipped
Alberta, a man was riding his ATV along the quiet trails near the North Saskatchewan River. As he sped down the path, something unusual caught his eye.
Bigfoot, Big Twat.
A dark figure standing beside the trail.
That's Hagrid!
He kept driving, uneasy, unsure of who or what
That's Hagrid or an old Bigfoot, right? Yeah, got that beard.
could
white
be out
beard as
there.
well.
Moments later, it was gone from sight.
Whoa.
While
That's
hiking
Hagrid.
in Ward, Colorado, this man captured something unusual on camera. What appears to be two Bigfoot-like figures. One
Yeah.
stands up.
That's the wife and that's the hubby, like, putting in the work. Hey, yo, do that work, sucker!
Upright, thin but muscular, with broad shoulders, a long
Yeah, broad shoulders, thick glutes. Damn, she kicked up.
neck, and a small head. In
Yeah.
front of it, a crouched figure is faintly visible, though harder to make out.
Yeah, he doing the work.
Colorado has a
He doing the labor work right now.
long history of strange sightings. Prospectors in the 1800s reported ape-like beings, and native traditions speak of tall, hairy creatures roaming the mountains. In the 1960s and 70s, encounters spiked, and even today, hikers report everything from dark shapes crossing trails to strange howls echoing at night, even rocks being thrown near camps. Could this image be yet another fragment of Colorado's enduring mystery?
Yeah, no, a beautiful couple. Looks like that. Yeah, cute couple out here just, I guess, putting in work. I want to know your take on this situation. This talks about the fake food conspiracy. Check this out. Roll it.
People on TikTok are starting to realize that food is getting fake. It started when someone posted the video of their Hershey's chocolate bar not melting even in really high heat, causing people to quickly point out that Hershey's recently changed their formula, which is something even the founder of Reese's called out, since Hershey's is making their chocolate. Now, people are saying that chocolate doesn't feel real anymore, to the point that it's made out of just oils and chemicals to taste like chocolate, since they no longer use cocoa. But what's even worse is that people are noticing changes in other foods like bread, saying a lot of store-bought bread has been way more spongy. And when you put it in water, it doesn't even dissolve, like normal bread should. Because of this, people everywhere started testing this. And people in other countries are even comparing their bread to American bread, saying something is seriously off with food in America. So people on TikTok...
Right, and this food conspiracy has been going on for a very long time, right? I mean, let's be real, there's tons of chemicals put in our food supply, and it's absolutely just pathetic, right? But I do wonder, any of you personally experience any of that? If so, put it in the comments. But let's actually talk about this one. Shout out to the Y-Files, the Pascagoula UFO incident. Now, this is actually a little bizarre, though. Check this.
Above the water, making a strange buzzing sound. 3 creatures floated out, also hovering above the ground. They were about 5 feet tall, with pale, wrinkled skin. Their heads connected directly to their shoulders. Their faces were grotesque, with pointy protrusions instead of noses and ears.
Yeah, ugly-looking mother truckers, but...
Their large, round eyes seemed lifeless. Instead of hands, the beings had crab-like claws at the ends of their arms.
No.
Claws? Like the crab cat?
Yes, they...
Now, we do know the real aliens don't wear no pants. Do they actually wear pants? If they wear pants, then that's US military dressed up as fake aliens, bro.
They had claws like a crab cat.
Fear the crab cat!
Drain the water.
The creatures made an eerie buzzing sound as they drew closer. Charles and Calvin became paralyzed with fear. Then they realized it wasn't fear that paralyzed them. The creatures had done something to them, and they were helpless. The beings grabbed Calvin and Charles with their claws, lifting them off the ground. The men felt weightless. Calvin, overwhelmed by terror, fainted, and he was lucky. Charles felt numb and detached, as if his mind were separated from his body.
Whoa.
The beings carrying Charles and Calvin started floating back to the craft. Hovered above the water.
Yeah, no, I mean, interesting looking Shrek-like zombies, but the question remains, do they wear pants? Because if they wear pants, then those are fake aliens.
So there were very...
Now, this is David Wilcock. The fallen angels are aliens from Saturn that interbred with humans creating the white race. Whoa!
Small number of survivors when the moon was blown up, and they got out with only, apparently the story is, they traced themselves as the descendants of Saturn, and their civilization on Earth was almost completely wiped out. So just a small number of them made it, and they crash landed on Earth. And they then interbred with humans, which they were specifically warned not to do. And this created what we call, in the Book of Enoch, the fallen angels. Their offspring, their children most likely, the hybrids of their own form, which was about 36 feet tall, and native people on Earth, became these 12 to 13 foot tall, red-headed, white-skinned humans. And white skin was not normal for the Earth. And this is preserved in a book that the Vatican did not want you to read.
The white people are the aliens. Oh shit. Okay, man, listen. We hear about the Nordic aliens, right? Yeah. What about the Nordic? I just want to see them alien baddies, bro. The Nordic alien baddies. I heard they're good.
It wasn't even found until the 1800s, but it's very old. It's as old as the Book of Genesis. It's called the Book of Enoch. It's a very, very important text. And I'm going to be doing a lot more about this as I go on. So there were
That is David Wilcock. Obviously, he's no longer with us, so rest in peace to him. And, but these are insane claims. And we always hear about the Book of Enoch. Any of you ever read it? I need to look into it, absolutely. But be feared. Oh, this is not gonna sound be feared, because Dr. Greer is here for dinner. Yeah, hide them kids and wives real quick, because Uncle Greer says there are at least 69 different alien species documented since the 1960s, ranging from 1.5 feet, oh, those small little midget-sized aliens, tall, to 40 feet tall. What the hell?
Well, you said there's 69 different types of extraterrestrials.
Well, that we knew of in 1960s. There may be many more now.
Okay. Whoa. And are these aliens from different planets, or?
Yes, I'm quite sure they would be from different star systems because of the diversity of the biological form and size. I mean, some are 1.5 feet tall. Some reported to be 10, 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
You know, to my knowledge, they're all bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs, head. Sort of that form, but then a huge amount of variation within that form. And this would explain why some of those craft are very, very tiny and some very large. I mean, if you're a 2 foot, 3 foot tall being, you know, a 25, 30 foot diameter egg-shaped craft is kind of spacious, right?
Yep.
You know, it's like us being in something 60.
It's like, it's like a, what was this called? Like a Taj Mahal for them, right? Yeah, no, it's kind of big. I mean, they in a mansion though.
Feet. Proportionally.
What are the size differences? I mean, are there like insect-sized aliens and giant, I don't know, like whale-sized aliens? I mean, what's the range? Because it could technically be anything, right? I mean, because like in our case, you talked about this in some of your interviews. Humans evolved from monkeys, right? And monkeys are warlike. Yeah. They kill each other. They fight.
Organizing the troops
and so forth. But if you had a species that evolved from, let's say, dolphins or something like that aren't warlike, this might be an alien species that don't kill each other, and they don't understand why humans are killing each other all the time.
They don't. They understand it. They just think that it's a shame we haven't evolved past it.
Right. So, in terms of the alien species that you're familiar with, what's the range? Are they all like little gray men, or are they just completely different?
Oh, no. They're totally different. And most of the ones that you see on the spooky covers of books, and at least those are ours. Those are our robotic fake aliens. Those are the CIA drones. and robotic objects. And the really sophisticated ones are actually bio-nano machines where they have biological material that's what they were using, the culture material from the cattle and animal mutilations was being used to make those very sophisticated fake aliens. And there's a physicist that I know who worked on those programs. And it really sounds like Mingala or Stranger Things or something. But the strangest things are true, my friend. And so, in terms of my personal knowledge, I have heard of ones 1.5 feet or so tall to ones that range the upper end 30 to 40 feet tall.
30 to 40 feet.
Yeah.
No.
Wow. But that's pretty rare. And
Yo, ain't no way. 40 feet tall. Yeah, I was waiting for it because he didn't say that initially, and now he just said it, right? I have a hard time it's when you actually objectively think about the universe is like so big we cannot even wrap our heads around. Trillions of galaxies, billions of planets within each galaxy. I mean, anything is possible. Your guess is as good as mine, but 40 feet tall, nah, bro, that's crazy. Like, we would have to you know what I'm saying? Like, we would have to look up like that. Sheesh. I mean, 1.5 feet, okay, we can kick them like a soccer ball, though. Cute little alien midgets, right? Maybe we can pet them too, like woof woofs, you know what I'm saying? But 40 feet tall, yo, they're gonna pet us, bro. Pause.
Oh, depending on the planet and the gravitational and everything else. I mean, look, there are humans that have been 8 feet tall, and there are humans that have been 3 feet tall.
But not 40.
Think about the cosmos and how vast. I mean, it would make sense to be enormous diversity. And this brings to another question. I mean, you talk about war. And the only way Homo sapiens, humans, evolved past where we're stuck is, people say, well, this sounds like a spiritual discussion now. I say, well, maybe it is that we have to find some foundation for our commonality, our oneness. And it can't be that we're just human, because now we have non-humans that we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So what is that? I always tell people it's at that deep level of the pure level of quiet consciousness or spirit that they've done studies is actually a singularity. Ernst Schrödinger, the father of modern particle wave theory.
And this is like actually very long, so I got other stuff that I want to share with you. But now, man, 40 feet tall alien, let's hope they ain't the bad guys, because if they ain't the bad guys, bro, we could, though. Yeah, we would need, I mean, even after having like Undertaker, Andre the Giant, Big Show and all that, even having all those WWE champions, we won't be able to defeat them. Let's be real. But yeah, let me actually show you guys this UFO video. This is actually a crazy one coming straight from France, okay? Check this out. And a massive shout out to the homie Daz, Sweaty Pickles, a big post on that, Air Bear, and Mr. Brass for the super thanks. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel, for all the blessings, man, for all the super thanks and the tips. Appreciate the love, gang. Appreciate the blessings. All right, let's get back to the content here. Boo boo, check this out. Roll this.
C'est quoi ce truc? C'est quoi ce truc?
C'est quoi ce truc?
Maman! Viens voir!
Yeah, I know it!
C'est quoi ce truc? Maman! Viens voir!
Maman!
Regarde là-haut!
That's like the default programming, right? Yeah, whenever you see something crazy, you gotta call the mama out there. So.
C'est quoi ce truc? Maman! Viens voir!
Yeah, no, insane.
Regarde là-haut!
Yeah, insane clip, insane.
So if you watch UFO footage, you've probably seen the Tic Tac, that pill-shaped thing that moves like it doesn't give a damn about physics. But here's what nobody's really connecting.
It
glowing. Didn't start in 2004, and it's not just the United States, and it's not just one incident. We've got photos from Italy in 1979 that look eerily similar, and we've got Top Gun pilots and Navy radar operators tracking these things, doing impossible maneuvers. We've got objects.
They have been here for a while, but there's also this conspiratorial argument that the Tic Tac ship UFO that was chased by the pilot all the way back in 2004 by Commander Fravor, David Fravor, who was also on Joe Rogan podcast. Apparently his account was genuine, but some of the whistleblowers have been saying that, yes, the Tic Tac ship UFOs are real, but the one that Commander Fravor chased all the way back in 2004, that was actually reverse engineered crap by Lockheed. Oh, shit. But also the real UFOs. But still, it is America's. It's ours. It's like human made, essentially. Yeah, I mean, what is true, what is not? There's only, I mean, hopefully one day we'll find out, but it seems kind of tough, though. I mean, they're releasing the batch files, so don't get me wrong, but apparently, right here, you got Uncle Lou. I signed NDAs which don't allow me to talk about UFO crash retrievals Alessandro. This is what he has to say. Roll this.
Have you stood in front of a recovered UFO?
I am, boy, I can talk about what's in the book because I got cleared for it. So let me say this. I have had in my possession material that was allegedly recovered from a UFO.
Who gave it to you?
I cannot say.
Okay.
It was, but I have been told, I was warned very, very clearly, this I'll share with you. I was told several years ago that I could never talk about crash retrievals or material.
Thank you, Chuck,
ever.
for subscribing.
And I signed the paperwork for it, right? So that in this.
Yeah, thank you, Chuck. But yo, this looks like a chicken nugget style UFO. What the hell? That doesn't even. Man, how big is that? Holy.
Should talk about crash retrievals or material ever. And I signed the paperwork for it, right? So that in itself should be evidence for you. But more importantly than that, it's only been recently I'm allowed to talk about the one piece of material because it's in my book and I got cleared for it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I have to honor that. So just so you understand, I'm not trying to be evasive. I don't want to go to jail. Okay?
I hear you.
So,
I mean, it's an experience, right, Uncle Lou?
Bruh.
It's fine. Just go tell the public, tell the world, and go to jail. It's not gonna be for too long, though, right? But okay, I'll play.
There is material that I've had access to.
Do it
that
for
was
the people.
Clearly engineered. We had one of the very best, I can't say which one of the very best aerospace companies and government contractors. Okay, so you can try to figure out who that was. Try to replicate.
Sorry,
I'm not
I got something stuck in my throat.
saying one way or the other. Tried to replicate that material. And at a cost of $1 million, and it broke the machine. They're able to create this material at a macro level, a sandwich between one piece and another piece. This material, up to 3 years ago, I don't know about now, but 3 years ago, we could not replicate. We did not have the technology to manufacture it.
Uh-huh.
When you look at this material, and you found out, when we know for sure we found it and where it was found, temporally, there's a problem because this material has obviously been engineered with a technology that at least we're pretty sure we don't have. Maybe the Russians, maybe the Chinese, sure. Back in the 1990s, 1940s, definitely not. That is equivalent to us as if you have a piece of material that says, hey, this is from 1940, whatever.
And that's the clip right there. And we're hearing a lot about, now this is an older video, but this is where President Donnie, Uncle Donnie, as some of you would like to call him as, Donald Trump, President Trump, just gave whistleblowers immunity from NDAs, which, yeah, so this is something that Fox News and other news channels are also reporting, that Trump is waiving the NDAs, okay? So maybe guys like Lou Elizondo, guys like Lou Elizondo and other whistleblowers maybe in the future are going to be able to openly talk about stuff that they are NDA'd on. Yeah, now this is 19 seconds long. It's an older clip, but I'll play it.
We're releasing a lot of information having to do with extraterrestrial things, and people are totally fascinated by it. It's amazing. I wasn't sure if they would enjoy it. It's literally trending #1. Can you believe it? So,
I mean,
like, we're releasing a lot of information.
Yeah, I mean, it would be absolutely, but yeah, no. Now we're hearing reports that President Trump is going to be waiving whistleblowers' NDAs, and they're going to be able to openly talk about UFOs and aliens. Now that is absolutely huge, though, if true. But that's what's being reported right now. Yeah, check this out. Now this is about the flock cameras. Shout out to Minutes of Horror.
Wisconsin Police Department is under fire after installing flock cameras without informing the mayor or city council. The city of Chetek installed 2 flock cameras in late May. In a city council meeting about the issue last week, Chetek police Chief Ron Ambrositis had a outburst in response to public comments criticizing the use of flock cameras. He has since apologized for his actions at the meeting. Mayor Jeff...
No need to apologize. Just take the cameras out. Just take the cameras off. You installed it. Just take it out. No need to apologize. Just take it out.
Martin said he stands with the police chief on his use of the cameras.
Chief, he did nothing illegal or wrong. As the head of his department, he has the right, if he thinks, hey, this tool will help, he didn't have to come to me or the council and ask permission. It's part of his operating budget. So the funds for these things came out of his operating budget. He had the money, I assume, because again, he didn't ask for extra.
Right.
We reached out to the Shatek police chief.
Yeah, these are those flock cameras. Now listen, bro, like some people are tearing them apart, other people are destroying them. I'm not saying like, guys, don't do any of that, okay? You might actually get into trouble, but people are not a fan of the flock cameras that are actually tracking every one of their movements. Couple that up with AI, ooh, yeah, no, so people don't like it. People not a fan. People are not a fan.
For an interview, but he declined.
So this really raises a lot of red flags.
Or plural, people are not fans of this cute technology.
Because a lot of the residents in Wisconsin are asking the question, where's the oversight? Because there are numerous news stories coming out that police...
And these motherfuckers also like solar panel that coupled that up with solar panels so it never runs out of battery. Yo, that's crazy. Oh my god. So they got solar panel to power that up. For good. Yeah, it's never gonna run out of battery though, so...
And the question, where's the oversight? Because there are numerous news stories coming out that police are using these flock cameras for corruption. And while the mayor may or may not be correct about the police needing pre-approval, which in a lot of instances they do, you can just tell this man's pockets are being filled to look the other way.
A potential pain-free alternative to traditional vaccines is being developed in a Melbourne lab. The dissolvable microneedle patch could one day help treat infectious diseases and improve national vaccination rates. Ollie Haig has the story.
Ain't no way.
It looks like a computer chip, but this could be a game changer in modern medicine.
An alternative to the current way that vaccines are administered.
RMIT University, MIT and Harvard Medical School have created this tiny mRNA patch, a pain-free experience in treating infectious diseases. The secret is in these microneedles.
Lock yourselves in the basement. Dajjal, the Antichrist is coming. Oh my god, it's coming. You know, this is actually insane though. I mean, if we ever get like a zombie disease, I guess you would just need to like put it in a gun and just fire and cure a person, I guess. Right? It would be easy peasy, lemon squeezy like that. But in the worst hands, in the bad hands, yeah, this is bad.
Needles when they're applied.
The secret is in these microneedles.
Those needles, when they're applied, would then begin to dissolve.
Unlike traditional mRNA vaccines that require ultra-cold storage, these can remain at room temperature. Typically, mRNA vaccines need to be used after just a few weeks of storage, but for these microneedle patches, they can last for months. And for a country as big as Australia, that is huge when it comes to access.
This sort of platform technology may allow us to distribute these vaccines much more rapidly.
I just wonder just how much the gated one may be behind this. And like this individual said, pay attention to how much work is being done before the big one, 2030.
Whoa!
They're all getting arrested. This should be exactly what happens whenever you protect an offender and then allow him access to children. South Carolina pastor Don Williams has now been arrested and charged, along with the director of the Christian Academy linked to his church, Jennifer Nikki Howard, and the pastor's wife, Jenny Williams, all because they let this registered offender knowingly into their church and had access to children regularly, if not daily. This being that registered offender, Warren Perry, literally watching children in bathing suits. Charges he got back in 2020 were linked to him having inappropriate pictures and videos of underage children. Pastor Don Williams, his wife, and the director of the Christian Academy then let this man come in and have access to children daily. When the cops were finally told by a teacher who found out, They arrested him within 24 hours, and when they notified Don Williams that the man who was volunteering at the school and church was a registered offender and he was being arrested, he still defended him.
Whoa!
What complaints have you received that he was in violation of his...
He's had contact with minors. He's not allowed to have contact with minors.
You had defined contact with minors.
Going in classrooms, like he can't be in the same room with minors.
Okay. If he ever was, he always left.
Define contact with minors. When all this came out and the arrest of their church volunteer / register offender made the news, the families who were paying thousands of dollars a year to have their kids attend this Christian academy just to unknowingly have their children being exposed to a known offender, he then stood up in front of the congregation and parents and explained that he knew it but still allowed it. And the authorities at Pawleys Island, South Carolina said, no guys, none of that is acceptable, and not only is it unacceptable, it's also illegal, and they are being charged with obstruction of justice, criminal conspiracy, and specifically Pastor Don Williams unlawfully placing children at risk or causing a child harm.
That video was by Married to a Lunatic, and what's even scarier is that we don't know just how many, and even outside of churches, how many organizations are allowing offenders to have easy access to children. Unless that one teacher had spoken up, this would still be flying under the radar. But next,
yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, and they're able to do background checks, right? And with the background checks, you're gonna be able to quickly find out, especially when the stuff is this serious and this severe. Now, insane stuff. Now, check this out. This one, it was in British Columbia. So we got uncle and auntie out here chilling. And then they were able to film this.
August 8th, 2013, Bill and Wendy from Gulf Island Rock were driving back from Port Renfrew, Canada, when Wendy suggested they stop for a short hike. They walked about 200 feet into the forest and noticed a large hairy figure about 100 feet away.
Uh-oh. Hairy Chungus. Hairy big Chungus, so Bigfoot, right? Yeah. Oi! Oi, mate! Oi! What's up?
Bill initially thought it was a
He don't respond though.
bear foraging for food, but upon closer inspection he realized the creature had a conical head, which didn't match the shape of a bear. Unsure of what they had seen but feeling uneasy, the couple decided to leave the area as soon as the creature walked away.
Yeah, I mean, smart moves,
In
I
August
guess.
2019,
But
Hickory
that fella has quite an attitude. Like, we called him out, like, but don't respond.
resident Doug Teague filmed what he believes to be a Bigfoot in North Carolina. While walking his dog, he heard loud knocks in the distance and went to investigate. Doug quickly noticed large footprints and followed the tracks until he spotted a strange creature.
He's still up here.
Who?
Or something's up here.
Tranquilo, papa.
He's moving.
What the hell? That looks like a fist, but it's
He's
nothing.
moving, he's moving, he's moving.
This.
Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here.
Daisy.
He claimed that as he got closer, the creature began throwing stones at him. Later, an anthropologist examined the footprints and estimated they belonged to a creature about 15 feet tall. Experts
But I barely see it, like, where?
agreed the prints appeared authentic.
Yeah, no, the prints are crazy.
While on a camping trip, a man suddenly spotted a dark-furred creature. He quietly grabbed his phone to record, but froze in fear when the creature started to run.
Oh my god!
He quickly left, eager to share what he had seen with others.
Yeah, it looks like a baby Bigfoot, right? Yeah, running to
Timber
Papa.
giant Bigfoot has spent almost 30 years looking for Bigfoot. During this time, he has recorded thousands of minutes of footage. On September 15th, 2013, while exploring the woods in southern Ontario, he heard a repeated sound of stones knocking together. He followed the noise and spotted this. A red-colored creature about 100 feet away.
Holy shit.
Red-colored.
Oh, come on. Where?
This one?
Right there.
Oh, I remember that one,
I
yeah.
have my glasses on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. What's up? Oi!
Holy.
Yeah, no, I remember this one. Timber giant Bigfoot.
Holy shit. Oh, crap, I lost it.
Hold it steady, hold it steady.
There we go. Holy.
Yeah, it looks like that he's eating and some shit.
I'm not seeing it now.
What's up, amigo? You want some tacos? Huh?
Oh, cameras everywhere.
Chicken nuggets?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, don't respond though. That's a knucklehead.
What the hell am I looking at? I'm looking down there. I don't see it at all with my eye, but I can kind of see it on the screen. It's gone now. There it is.
And apparently he was playing with rocks. I remember that one. So we already covered this, so not gonna take too long, but still while we're at the topic, maybe some of you are new to this, right? Yes, so he approaches it. It's a good video though, I would say that. Yeah, so he approaches it and then...
Look at this though.
He goes to the same spot where that twat was chilling, right? And he finds these rocks. So he was playing with rocks. He loves playing with rocks. That's good to know.
The stone is even warm.
Yeah, you might not want to touch. Yeah, no, pause. That's smashing things with it.
Now look for some footprints. Look at this though. Holy.
Yeah, and that's the video. It's actually a classic. It's a certified hood banger, so seems a legit one, but you gotta want to check this one out.
A man was hiking through the woods when he stumbled upon a box half buried in the ground.
Voodoo.
Intrigued, he decides to open the box and is taken aback by what he finds.
I don't know exactly what it means entirely, but...
No. Looks like a doll, right?
Anyhow.
A kid's a child size.
Nestled within was a peculiar doll, its features unsettling and worn. Despite the creeping unease that washed over him, he maintained his composure as he examined the doll closely. Many who had seen it believed it resembled a voodoo doll, perhaps discarded or abandoned.
Roll this.
You haven't heard about this yet? The Earth just literally received a 10-second signal that came from space, and it came from a star that exploded before the universe even existed yet. So this actually just happened, and scientists are still trying to wrap their heads around it because astronomers just detected a sudden, powerful 10-second burst of energy hitting the Earth. At first, they're saying that they didn't even know where it came from, just that it was insanely strong and it was insanely far away. After tracking it down with multiple different space telescopes, including NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, they realized that it wasn't random at all. They're saying that what they found from this signal is that it was a gamma ray burst, which is one of the most violent explosions in the entire universe, caused by a massive star collapsing and exploding. They were able to find with the signal that just hit us that this star actually exploded whenever the universe was only about 730 million years old. Just to put that into perspective, that means that the light has been traveling through space for 13 billion years just to hit Earth for 10 seconds like it just did. They're saying that this single flash of energy that just hit us is now helping scientists understand how the first stars shaped the universe and how everything we see right now is even possible. Dude, the craziest thing about this entire thing right now is that this explosion happened billions of years before the Earth even existed, and it still just hit us. I give you these news roundups every day, so make sure you...
Yeah, I mean, listen, right? So, could it be aliens? Could it be Simpsons? Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. What does Simpsons gotta say about this? Because the Simpsons, apparently, they know about everything, right? But, yeah, let's talk about this one, right? So, they're saying that President Trump, has been briefed on them Nordic aliens. Representative Eric Burleson says that during that briefing, he was told that there are hybrids that potentially live among us. A Senate congressman openly talking about the aliens living among us. Check this out, roll it.
What do you think President Trump knows about UFOs?
There's a funny anecdotal story that comes with that. Trump was, during that briefing, he was told that there are hybrids and told the narrative that there's hybrids that potentially live amongst us. And that Trump's response was, you mean like Adam Schiff?
Yeah, wasn't he briefed on like Nordics or something? Like Nordic aliens?
Yeah, something like that.
Clinton really wanted to be read in. He was really interested in this whole thing, and that's why, Podesta later gets really involved. And so he's trying to figure out what's going on with UFOs, what's happening. And this guy, Ron Pandolfi, who's at the CIA, he like is helping him, and he gets this like civilian researcher, Bruce Maccabee, to
UFO.
brief Clinton, and it's like, wait, that's the best you can get for briefing our president on this topic? And maybe if it's like a brief on this weird metaphysical thing that's weakly entangled with reality, that's one thing, but there's a whole gradation of possibilities here up until like literally flying objects that deliver payloads. And if you're not being briefed on that and you're the president, it's like you're not being briefed on like the next hypersonics thing that the US has capabilities wise. That's like insane.
And I do wonder, right, because for the longest amount of time we have been hearing that President Trump got a speech ready, that it's coming, eventually we're gonna get the disclosure, eventually President Trump is gonna talk to the world about it, gonna say that aliens are real, they're walking among us. Yeah, right, so we have been hearing about it, and July 8th came and went, that was the prediction, but obviously you know how that goes, right? Whenever the date they talk about hits, they tell us that we were meaning to say the next year. It's happening next year, this month's next day, tomorrow. Crap like that. But the dates they always tell us about never come true, right? Generally speaking. But Trump's daughter-in-law also talked about the fact that Trump is getting ready for a disclosure. We also so far have gotten like 4 different batches of UFO files. So eventually, I guess your guess is as good as mine. Eventually, it gotta happen, fellas. It gotta happen. So we just gotta wait and see, right? On the other hand, a lot of people still talking about CERN.
On a second, are you hearing what is being discussed on Twitter and other platforms about CERN being shut down and the differences people have noticed since they turned it off? Like thousands of people are saying they feel calmer, they're getting better sleep. Time feels like it's slowed down.
Not for me though. Time is moving super quick though. But it is true though, and my sleep schedule is getting better, but I wouldn't say that it's because of CERN. What about you guys?
Some people are hoping they keep this thing turned off past 2030. That's when they're supposed to turn it back on. Other people are talking about their senses being sharper now. And I can only imagine, by the way, like, could you think if you lived inside of the circle of CERN that's underground, the vibes must be a little bit strange. So I'm sure the locals are happy. But you know what's crazy? Like, could you imagine wiring this thing? Like, do you know anyone who works at CERN? Because surely there must be like thousands and thousands of people involved in the engineering and manufacturing of this thing. Not to mention all the scientists. So if you know someone who works at CERN, get them to comment below so we can ask some questions.
Yeah, right? Like, usually you never hear from the people that are... Or, I mean, you do hear from people that are working on it, but you generally don't hear what you want to, or what we want, right? Like, they will only talk what they are told to talk about. It's, like, very much controlled. Understandably, they must be NDA'd to the balls, right? Let's be real, but...
Now, it's said that they're shutting this thing down until 2030 for a massive 4-year upgrade to the High Luminosity LHC, Large Hadron Collider, which will make the collider 10 times more sensitive than its current iteration. And it's going to apparently make a whole bunch more Higgs boson particles. This is a little bit above my pay grade, what they're even doing with this thing.
Basically above everybody's pay grade.
Of course, the mainstream says it's just about research and figuring out the fabric of time, space, matter, and all that. But I just think this may be meddling into things and fabrics of reality that shouldn't be meddled with. Also interesting that it's happening in Switzerland, which is a unique, very unique country. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about...
And it is apparently 27 kilometers underground. That is insane, though. That is honestly insane. And we also heard a lot of these reports, especially from Dr. Struckelberger, I believe, Astrid Struckelberger. Hopefully I'm not butchering her name. And we covered this prior on the channel, right? So she claimed, and a lot of other whistleblowers, not a lot, there was another whistleblower actually. So far I know of 2 different whistleblowers along with Dr. Astrid Struckelberger claiming that they did open the portal at CERN and there was an alien twat that came out of it, the interdimensional being. Yeah, so apparently one of the being came out and yeah, they were successful at opening a portal at CERN. These are the claims. Now, again, no proof. There is zero proof, zero evidence. It's just he said, she said kind of situation. But obviously, one thing that I guess all of us can agree, we do not know what the hell they're doing. They talk about the God particle, and there are certain things. Listen, I'm all up for science. I guess it is human curiosity is gift from God, and we should definitely be learning things and, you know, trying to learn because the mind is curious like that. And it's good. It's good. That's how you learn, right? And it's fine. But there are certain things where you don't need to play God. You gotta just do God, okay? You just gotta let God do God, and you don't, because next thing you know, they might open up a portal or a black hole and suck us in. Yeah, I want to also show you guys this, and we got a bunch of other stuff, especially this video with a bunch of like UFOs and lights in the skies. Quickly, a massive shout out to the homie Smitty, yo, Kinsey 1993, and the homie Mad Max for becoming channel members on the channel, as well as the homie Dallas and Martin and Melissa for the super thanks. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel the way you do, for all the blessings. Appreciate the love, gang. Appreciate the love. All right, let's get back to the content here. Boo boo, let's talk about the Cthulhu. Apparently they woke up. Check this.
NASA doesn't want you to know that they just woke up Cthulhu. Back on August 21st, they announced that there was going to be this mission called Operation Deep Cave. And what they told the public is that it was for research purposes, which was mainly true. But on day 5 of the investigation, they sent out ships with submarines because they thought they found something on the ocean floor. And these submarines were looking for the entrance to a very specific cave, which after a while they found. And I don't know if you can tell what I'm trying to say, but
did they find Aquaman?
These caves were a little abnormally large, like they could be holding something. Like something very big could have been living in these caves for thousands of years without us realizing it. Now, one of the subs bumped into a wall in the cave and a bunch of rocks fell down, revealing like this whole other area of the cave that they didn't know was there. They heard a really loud bang and then it was silent for a while. There's footage, don't worry. And then what we found out—
No, I'm gonna worry, bro. Like, I'm gonna worry, sis. We need to see the video. We demand the video.
This morning is they heard a roar and the cave began to shake. And some creature emerged from the deep. And this creature was about 150 feet. NASA doesn't—
Okay, source, trust me, bro. So she actually left us on a cliffhanger by saying that there is video. Don't worry, there is footage. Don't worry. And she ended the video. She just peaced out. Where is the video, sister? We gotta see the video, but it'd be what it be, okay? Let's actually move on to this one, okay? There's also this clip, which I'm not sure if I wanna... I'm good, because we got 2 videos here, and both of them are actually good, so I'm kind of like battling through, like, which one should I show you? Should I show you this one? Should I show you... We'll actually get to this one, first of all. Shout out to I'm Off K, 56 seconds. On TikTok, and also the big homie James. Check this out, roll it.
Hey,
I guess we'll get back to it.
No, I'm not Trevor. That's what the going on in the sky?
Mom! Boy. Get the camera, Mom! What? Ain't no way. Yeah, these gotta be the Palladians, space baddies. Yeah, we're space cousins, gang. Space cousins.
Multiple people seeing different kinds of objects. Some of them resemble the orbs that we saw in 2024. Right now, we're seeing a bunch of them in Curitiba, Brazil, and many other places. Dang. Others resemble drone-like objects pretty similar to what we saw in New Jersey, but they're different.
Oh my god. Yeah, it looks like that these aliens are creating new supersonic UFOs though. Like new crafts, right? With a new paint job. That gotta be copyrighted. Fast moving light above London.
But here's where things get really wild. A few days ago, this account posted this.
I told you this was real, don't... Ooh, yeah, I remember seeing this this image. I guess we all have. But now they're saying this is like legit. I don't know though.
A leaked picture of the supposed alien that crashed in Varginha, Brazil. The problem is, the image detector says it's not AI. And if this is actually a real picture, it would actually change everything we thought we knew about the universe. But it actually gets weirder.
Look at that. There's day. Daytime.
July 11th, Oklahoma.
Those are black clouds.
The same week, CERN was shut down several...
Thank you, K-pop, for subscribing. But that's the thing, though. That image. It says this image is likely real, and then says that 4% real. Or AI likelihood is 4%, my bad. Classification real, dang. Confidence is high that this is legit. Now, again though, Hollywood and movies have conditioned us, all of us, to believe that this is how the aliens would look like. Especially we hear a lot about the gray aliens, right? And you also had, well, the scientist, I'm forgetting her name, she talked about the P47, P52, essentially, gray aliens that are 40,000 years advanced, 52,000 years in the future, and apparently they're saying they are us from the future. Now, I have a hard time believe that. Obviously, I do believe that we're not alone, and they have been openly talking about, even during US Congress hearings, that 4 alien species are here. The red alien, the lizard people, the mantis, the Nordics, the gray aliens, right? Not the gay aliens, guys, the gray. There's R between the gay. There's R between the gay, okay? So gray aliens. And Hollywood has conditioned us to believe that this is how they look like, and they might actually look like this, but one day, right? If that day ever comes, if we actually get the official disclosure from the government with alien images, and if it resembles anywhere near that, then what, right? If it doesn't look like this, then what? Right? Is anybody actually gonna be shocked? Yeah, because right now nobody really cares about the files that they have released. People either believe it or they don't believe it, but that's it. Because the economy is so shit, everybody got their own problems, right? So yeah, they got us worried about a lot of different things, and we're at a point where nobody gives a damn. If we had this disclosure, let's just say 20 years ago, I feel like that there would have been actual shock and awe though. Now, everybody's like, yeah, how cute, aliens are real, whatever.
It's not AI. And if this is actually a real picture, CERN was shut down, several videos started popping up all over social media of a strange phenomenon in the sky.
How does it sound?
Skyquakes, a phenomenon that remains a mystery to this day, but since April this year, several people have been reporting them all across the world. Now this is around the same time we had meteors crashing down this year, increased solar activity.
NASA warns that 2026 is the peak of the solar cycle. Yo, by the way, I have been saying this for a while, that am I the only one that have not seen a UFO? Well, the other day I actually attended my friend's marriage, right? His wedding. And I got out and I look up in the sky and I see like a complete white light. It was not a plane. It looked like a star. The best way I can describe, basically, let's just say it was one of these, like, you know, just one light in the sky. And it moved so fast. It was just moving and the light was constant. No blinkings, so no aviation light. It was not a helicopter either. The light went from one end to the other end of the sky, and it moved super quick. And it was just like a ball, a white ball. That's the best way I can describe. So looks like I might have had my very first UFO encounter. It was around like 10 p.m. nighttime when I saw that. I'm in Montreal, and it was just simply one bright orb. I would say, was it a UFO? Was it an orb, or was it like something explainable? That I don't know. I would not say it was a drone. It was not a drone. It was really, really high in the sky, and crazy times, gang, crazy times.
And earthquakes, lots of them. And this is when I saw a pattern.
People are now starting to hear these really scary and loud noises all across the sky. Scientists have considered that the booms may be meteors exploding in the atmosphere, military testing, or even related to storms or earthquakes.
In 2024, we had record-breaking skyquakes followed by earthquakes, and then the alien situation. This is when it all started. And now we're seeing the same thing. So what if this is not a coincidence? What if these objects are responding to these events? What if these mysterious skyquakes, they're not some sort of earthly phenomena? What if there's something else? Let's try to find out. Let's begin with the basic, and that would be the most recent sightings. Now, before we get into the video, booking a doctor's appointment should...
Okay, now, I mean, listen, we gotta respect it,
Hell.
There we go. Yeah, definitely check out the sponsor.
Now let's get back to the video.
Let's get back to it.
So around June 5th, this account posted this video coming in from Curitiba, Brazil. Let's take a look at this.
Que porra é essa, bicho? Puta que pariu. Meu Deus do céu.
This is in Curitiba, Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. At the time, I thought this could be a fake video because it's a 10-second video. It's too short, easily faked. Then I start searching more and I find this. Posted on June 16th by this account, a pretty similar video of the same objects.
Yeah, basically, like, you see that white dot that's flashing?
Now looking at it from this angle, I'm thinking that this is possibly some parachuting stunt or something like this.
Yeah, you see that here? Let's let me see if we can get it frame by frame. Yeah, essentially, yeah, this is how it looked like. This is exactly what I saw, but there was no blinking though. And also it did not change direction, it just went super quick. It was not a satellite, it was not a drone, it was not a plane. Must have been something explainable though, I guess, right? But it looked exactly like this one. It looked like a star though. Crazy. But it was not a star. It wasn't a shooting star either.
But I could be wrong, and maybe these are the same type of orbs that we were seeing last year. In other videos also Curitiba, we can see similar things.
Yeah, looks like the Martians are here. Lock yourselves in the basement.
So I did search for parachuting stunts in Curitiba that time and I didn't find anything. But I did find this video also in Brazil, recorded 1 day prior. Check this out.
It's happening in Brazil, Sao Paulo, June the 4th. So a month ago at this point. Yeah, oh, everybody filming, yeah. Mom! Yeah, the camera, Mom! Yeah, everybody filming except for me, right? Damn, man. Mama forgot to bring the camera, I guess.
So there's a few moments here in this video that we can see what appears to be the clouds passing in front of this object. So it seems as if it's behind the clouds.
Yeah, sneaky.
Look at that.
There was
you can
like
see the clouds passing in front of it.
Ooh, yeah, right here, right here. What's that twat doing right there? You see that little twat right there?
That's pretty strange. And this is in Brazil 1 day prior to the Curitiba.
Yeah, that's like the best description. This is exactly what I saw. This is the best way I can describe it.
sightings, so this is weird. If we fast forward to July 3rd, we have this video posted by this account, Salvatore Zavale. Let's take a look at it.
Whoa! Yeah, there's a whole fleet of them.
That's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Looks like they're on a picnic or some shit. Yeah, where's Uncle Donnie? Where's Trump at? Where's President Trump at? He gotta put tariff on these
crazy. This is actually crazy, but I think I've seen this video before. This could be a repost. Let's take a look at the account. Yeah, so it seems like a bunch of reposts. Could be an old video. Posted 2 days ago by this Reddit account. Fast moving light above London. Is it a drone? Let's take a look at this.
London in Canada or in the UK, mate? There are two Londons. Two Londons. Whoa! Oh, that's like zigzagging though. Yo, watch out. Okay, so not certain. Yeah, that boy not certain. Nah, ain't no way that's a drone. Yeah, just constant light, no blinkings. I would say an orb.
Well, what happened there? I think it, disappeared.
It feels like that.
Point, it just.
Ooh, it feels like that it's invisible. Like, check this. Okay, well, pay attention. I'll follow it with the mouse, I guess. Just underneath.
Well, what happened there? I think it, it disappeared.
Oh, yeah, you see that here? You see that trail there? Yeah, just focus on. Yeah, you see that movement, right? I'm going frame by frame there. And it just moves on, and there,
point, it just picks up speed, and it seems to go really fast. I think faster than a drone, and it kind of vanishes into the clouds. Whatever this thing is, it's really similar to the things that we were seeing last year. And then just a day ago in San Diego, California, we have this.
Nah, I gotta call AI on that. Whoa, another one.
Oh wow. What is that?
I gotta call Cap on this.
Is this a stunt?
Maybe Red Bull doing their commercial.
Oh my God. What exactly is this? I mean, it could be one of those stunts, or it could be one of those fireballs once again. So this was basically in San Diego.
So the guy was whispering now. That doesn't, I wouldn't say that's 100% confirmation of a video that's legit, but it does surely add it to its validity.
Let's take a look at this. So we have parachute demonstration on July 4th. Could be the case. Recorded a few days ago by this account. I think in Mexico. Let's take a look at this.
Whoa, no, that's a blunt.
Se está acercando para acá.
That's a blunt, yeah.
Sape gato, chamo. Fin del mundo, pues. Mira.
Mira
cómo dio la vuelta.
No, that's a blimp.
Dando la vuelta, la luz esa se volteó.
What in the world is that?
That's a blimp. Am I crazy? That's a blimp, right? You got that little tail there, poles on the tail, the tip, the tippy tip, and that's like the hood, right? This is where they would be sitting and chilling. The pilot and shit. Let me see if I can.
Eso no es normal, eso no es un globo. Eso tiene luces, mira.
I'm not sure if it's moving.
¿Viste la luz? Y está dando como vuelta.
Oh my god, it's Jason Bourne.
Se desaparece.
Yeah, if it disappears, I'm gonna freak out. Yeah, so I'm thinking this is possibly a blimp. It's just too big, it's not moving at all. This was on July 4th, so I'm just thinking that this is possibly a blimp or something like that.
Yeah, it's a blimp.
But I could be wrong.
Could always be wrong. No, it's a blimp.
And I got this one on July 1st, so there's a lot of sightings happening around this month. This was again in Brazil.
Yeah, that's what I like about James, is because like he speaks the language, so therefore he sees like a lot of these different UFO sightings happen elsewhere, right? I guess Spanish and Portuguese speaking countries, and Brazil, right? He shows a lot of UFO videos from Brazil. And that's something that just never hits my radar, never hits my timeline, because I don't speak the language. And again, it's one of those things, right? People always say, why don't, you know, like the UFOs always appear in United States of America? It is true, a lot of UFOs appear in US, but you also got to factor in, if you're saying that, you likely speak English, right? And you don't speak other language, so therefore you don't see it. The algorithm knows that you don't speak the other language, so therefore, yeah, chances are high that it wouldn't show you. This one is Morocco, so let's just say Arabic, right? So if you don't speak Arabic, I guess, or you're not in the region, then you wouldn't see a video like this, unless you get lucky or an English speaking account shares it, then you might actually see it. So yeah, they appear everywhere, bro. Like, it's worldwide.
Oh, wow.
Shit's worldwide. It's worldwide.
Olha, ele tá aqui nessa luzinha bem fraquinha aqui agora. De novo.
Yeah, what she said? Or...
E começa a rajar.
It's a he or
I
she?
think those are balloons. No.
Não, por enquanto é só as bolinhas que tá assim. Não é balão. Faz tempo que ele tá fazendo isso.
Yeah. Oi! Oi! Knock
Agora
it out,
sim, agora ele... Ah, ele acendendo de novo.
Tranquilo,
yeah, that's really weird.
De novo.
Oh, wow.
Cara, não é balão, não.
That's really weird.
He said balão, não.
É a sétima vez já.
Uau.
Fora a altura. Aquilo não é balão, não. Não é balão. Balão não raja desse jeito, fica jogando fogos no céu. Olha
yeah, that brother blinking.
Que negócio sinistro.
Yeah, bunch of like twat-shaped objects.
This is in Mauá, so it looks like the same thing seen in Curitiba. What the heck is that? So I'm guessing that this was recorded around this place, Mauá, the Serra. And this is actually pretty close to Curitiba, so I'm guessing that this is possibly the same object. Fast forward to just a couple of days ago, you have this pretty amazing sighting by Manuel A. Molina in Bellflower, California.
Whoa, that's a moon, right? Moon in the back?
We're gonna die.
And no explanation, no news coverage, no other post. Anyone else see this? That's insane.
We're gonna die.
What exactly is that?
You got
to
that
me, it's pretty
blinking
clear
light.
that there's a lot of sightings happening along that.
You got the blinking light underneath. Yeah, no, that's definitely a crazy one. Any Reddit detectives on right now? Yeah, we need you on this one immediately. But check this out. Shout out to Mystery Man.
Instagram user The Confessional Podcast shared photos of what appear to be captured by a trail camera. What stands out in these photos is a black shape between the trees. It's hard to make out exactly what it is, suggesting it could just be a bear. But what's strange about it is that in the sequence of the images, the eyes seem to change color from white to red across different frames. The uploader describes it as possibly resembling a dog-man type creature. The identity of the black shape remains a mystery.
Yeah, it said Dogman though.
This clip was captured by a hiker somewhere in Southern California on April 18th, 2026.
Captain Marvel!
The hiker didn't understand what the bright light was, so they zoomed in and recorded. The footage is shaky and unclear, but it shows a glowing figure or object shifting in a way that doesn't feel like a normal light.
Damn, Captain Marvel about to explode. Pause.
The brightness makes it hard to identify any solid shape behind it. Some say it looks like a woman holding a very bright lantern or light source. But even if that's the case, it still gives off strange vibes, especially being captured in the middle of nowhere.
No, that's Captain
Reddit
Marvel.
user Tariq Jonas90 and his friend were using the Randonautica app when it led them to a forest area.
Uh-oh.
He claims in earlier trips they kept finding strange clues, like a basket on a tree containing a knife and a note with coordinates directing them elsewhere. In this particular video, they discovered this.
Do you guys see what we're seeing right now? Oh, man.
The Randonautica
Is that
app...
that's a spine, isn't it?
Whoa.
Oh my god, look at this. What the
Damn.
And look, my camera's all tripping out now. It doesn't want to focus.
Oh man, if the camera's tripping, you gotta go, homie.
Why is it? Look.
This app is designed by people, right? Or, I mean, obviously designed by people, duh. But the locations that this app shows, is it put in by other people? Like, is it something that people create? Like, they would go to a specific location, let's just say, I guess, put a fake spine or a real one or some creepy stuff, and then upload that as a location on the app so other people can also see and go and find something? Is that how this app works? Yeah, if that's how it works, yeah, you should not be going there, because some people can definitely lure you in with some crazy and freaky crap.
Look, every time I get close to it, my camera starts tripping out. Yeah, this is a bunch of pictures of spine. I had scoliosis when I was younger.
That right there, that's very sensitive information. That's like it's protected by the HIPAA Act.
Yeah, that's freaky.
It is. I know. And how the hell did he get that? I don't even know if that's me or not.
It was what looked like a human spine hanging from a tree, along with other strange objects nearby. Shortly after, they reportedly felt like they were being followed and left the area. The OP later clarified it wasn't a real spine, but a medical model. Still, a strange thing to witness in the forest. Maybe it was staged, maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking too. Like
During
somebody staging it and uploading that as a location, but you still don't want to go there, right? Because you never know. Like some people just want to do it for entertainment purposes, and some people love the thrill seeking, right? I get it, right? Like maybe it's really designed for that, for thrill seekers and adventurers. But there always is one bad apple that ruins it for everyone, right?
Hike through the woods, this person noticed something strange. In the distance, they spotted a lone, hooded figure, moving erratically. There was no music, no one else around, just the figure alone in the forest.
That's Voldemort.
The uploader said they were visibly shaken after witnessing it, and didn't stay to get closer or figure out what was happening. Some suggest it could be something harmless, like someone exercising or performing. Others think the setting, the clothing and the movements make it feel far more unsettling. It's enough to leave questions behind. So what did this person really witness that day?
At one time I went to the gym around like 3 in the morning. There was just one guy there and he was exercising and actually dancing, and that was kind of like, I was like, bro. I believe he was filming a TikTok video or something. It was a dude, not a chick, right? A grown-ass man, muscular, but he was dancing and for TikTok. I think he was dancing for TikTok. I could be wrong. I don't want to accuse that gentleman, but he was dancing basically like this, bro. It was kind of wild.
Day in the woods.
And I was like pushing the
TikTok user Jesse
the chest machine, and I was like watching, I was doing this and I was like looking like that, and I was seeing him on the other side like actually dancing and all that. I was like, what the hell? It's 3 in the morning, homie.
Chug shared a video after their dad made a strange discovery in their back field.
Whoa.
Buried in the ground was a car. They had no idea how long it had been there or what might still be inside. There were no clear markings, no obvious explanation. Some believe it could be something more serious, possibly hidden there intentionally. Others think it might just be an old abandoned vehicle, slowly buried over time by natural changes in the land. But finding something like that so close to home raises questions.
Naturally, it would have took decades.
TikTok
right?
user Jane Moonville was walking in a forest in Germany, where she found creepy markings and structures deep in the woods.
Whoa!
In the clip, she shows what looks like an Illuminati symbol carved on the wall, along with a human-shaped hollow in the terrain and a recently used fire pit nearby. The area appears isolated.
Must have been a ritual somebody done.
With no clear signs of a campsite or people around. Later in her walk, she also claims to have found a weird journal, but forgot to take pictures. Something really creepy must have happened there.
Yeah, no, crazy. Okay, so human-like symbol here. Dang!
TikTok user 5 Nights at Valle Paricio went on a hike and explored Parque Acuático Valle Paricio in Mexico. While there, they came across something unusual. What they described as an animatronic graveyard hidden behind the water park. The area appeared to be filled with dozens of dinosaur animatronics, all stored together in a large outdoor space. Many of them looked damaged, weathered, or partially dismantled. There were no clear signs of maintenance, or any reason why they were left there like that. Everything about the place felt off, and seeing so many lifeless figures gathered in one spot only added to the uneasy atmosphere. So, would you explore a place like this?
Nope. Did you happen to see this video? If not, check out this video on the screen, because apparently we got a story coming from a person that entered a crashed UFO. And we got a bunch of other videos as well, so check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there.